Hello and welcome to ThePrint. I am Sourav Barman. We are in Assam, in Guwahati, for this special conversation with Garima Saikia Garg, the wife of Zubeen Garg, Assam's most beloved son, who unfortunately passed away on the 19th of September in Singapore in circumstances which are currently being investigated by a special investigation team and by the CID of Assam government. Mr. Zubeen Garg was someone who spoke about how Assam will come to a standstill if he dies, at least for a week. And I can tell you, I've spent the last 2 days in Assam, and Assam, it's been 3 weeks, and Assam is yet to come to terms with the fact that its most beloved son is no more uh, alive. Garimaji, this outpouring of grief, this outpouring of emotion that we saw across India after the news of his demise came, it's really stunned many of us. Lakhs of people hitting the streets for a musical icon, for a cultural icon is unheard of in many parts of India. What do you think? What is that chord that he struck with the people of Assam? And what is that one quality that really endeared him to the masses of Assam and the larger region of Northeast?
Actually, Zubeen was everyone's son. Zubeen was everyone's, brother, friend. He was close to everyone. He was people's artist. He lived a very simple life. He stood with everyone whenever the need was, and then he tried to help with them. He tried to behave like a family member to everyone and be with them. So maybe that's why. And he had a very strong aura also, what we could see. He had something very heavenly, in him that we didn't understand when he was living with us, when he was amidst us. But the nature, how it connected to him, all the animals and birds, they also came and tried to communicate with him, with his photograph at least. And then they paid their tribute. And people in lakhs, they came out.
Memorials came up everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. Now people still in hundreds, they are coming to me every day, and then they are saying that we are, offering a puja, we are offering this tribute, we are organizing this thing for him, we are making a statue for him, we want to raise a cultural center for him. So he was in everyone's heart. He lived in everyone's heart. That's what we could understand now. When he lived, maybe that time, then also we saw whenever he went out for a show or whenever he went out on the street, also people came around him, people poured their love and then affection, and then they tried to bless him everywhere. But still, now we could see much more than that, what we couldn't even imagine.
It is said about him that how he was equally at ease at a 7-star or a 5-star hotel, or in a conversation with a rickshawala or a thelawala, and you have seen that part of him really up close. And if I am not wrong, he did not have GPay or Paytm on his phone. There was a risk of him giving away his entire.
He used to give away everything actually. And then he, more than living in a 7-star hotel or be with the very rich people, he loved to be with the common people, and then he loved to sleep under a tree. So he was such kind of a person. When anyone asked him, whom do you worship, who is your kul devta, or whom do you love as God, he said, I worship Mother Earth, I worship nature, I'm nature's child. I'm a child of a tree. So that's how every living being could connect to him. Whenever a bird was wounded in a storm or somehow, it used to come to Zubeen automatically. I don't know how he was connected to nature like that. So whenever the need was there for a flood, when the flood problem was there, when there was any social issue, when there was any political issue, Zubeen would stand for everyone in that place. He would stand for any social issue, any social cause,
Yes.
any political.
So, what was the last conversation that you had before you went to Singapore?
Before going to Singapore, we spoke about our film, and then he was so passionately involved with the film. So he was like, "You look after this thing." So and people were everywhere, like all the departments, different departments. They are working on the post production of the film. So when his plan was that when he would come back on 22nd, since that day we on 21st he would have come back, and then from 22nd we were planning to do the promotion of the film. Then he would sit for the background music of the film. So he had every plan. He had the storyboard, all drawn in his mind, that this film, since this is a musical film, so this was very close to his heart. And this film was a plan of his since, like, last 14-15 years. He was in his mind, he was working for this film, though in between our various box office hit films, Mission China and Kanchanjunga was released, but he had this film in his mind all throughout. And then he was playing a very different role also. He was a singer, a musician, but a blind musician. So that's how he designed everything musically. So he was so involved in this film. So before going to Singapore also, he spoke about this film. After he reaching there also, he informed me that he had reached there. He boarded the flight, he reached there. But then again he was like, you are in the, in our production office. Are you there? So, yes, the Biswakarma Puja, we were doing the puja. So the puja is just over. Now, are you going to sit for the, work? Yes, we will be discussing about this film. And he spoke about the film only. For a few seconds on 18th, I spoke to him for the last time. And then he said, I'll just go out and see the things around. And then I'll check how they have been arranging about the Northeast Festival where he was going to take part. And then he again asked me about the film. When I come back, I have to do this, and then let's plan. So that was the thing. And I always used to accompany him for everywhere. But last his previous show was in Bombay for Bhupen Hazarika centenary program. I couldn't go there, and then this time also it was just for 4 days, So I had some things to settle at home. So since we were planning from 22nd, for next 1.5 or 2 months I'll be traveling with him, I'll be working with him. So I couldn't go this time, and then that's what actually killing me, that I was not there and he was taken away by the destiny.
Initially, when the news of his death came, it seemed it was sort of an accident, but gradually some reports have come up, and as investigation takes place, nearly 5 people have been arrested, including his manager Siddharth Sharma, and he's someone who's was very close to Zubeen Da, and he's been working for many years now. For how many years?
Many years, more than 10 years. I think he came in around 2014-15. I clearly don't remember, but it's been many years now. And he became like a family member. He became like Zubeen's brother. So for everything, Zubeen used to depend on him for every plan, and then for every matter. Zubeen used to ask me to take his suggestion or take help of him, or tell him that he will look after everything. And for household, financial matters also, that I need some expenses for the household matter. Then also if I talk to Zubeen used to say, you take it from Siddharth, I'll tell him. So that's how things were going on. And firstly, as you said, we all thought it was an accident, and up to 3-4 days we couldn't get to see the videos and all, because we were not in that position that we will check the Facebook and everything. So after on the third day, I guess, when he came on 21st, maybe the previous day or that on no, after that only we got to see the videos, and then it was
few
like
videos came up
yeah,
immediately
that
after
that
the
were been
incident.
circulating in social media. Then my sister-in-law, I mean Zubeen's younger sister, and me, we could smell something. We could see that was pure negligence. Our Zubeen, he's like, he was totally neglected. He was not being taken care of as he should have been. He is not just another person. He should have had, from the organizers' side also, he should have had some security assistance, some medical assistance. And since he was taken on the yacht and he was taken to the waters, and he was advised not to be in the water or stay away from fire because he had seizure problems before. So our team members also, they knew. Even the Assam Association people who organized that yacht party, they also should have had some medical assistance because they were going into the water and they were going far from the shore. So, but nothing was there on the yacht. And if there was any medical assistance were present, I don't think Zubeen, we would have seen this day now. But I have lots of questions, that's why. Lots of things.
In the course of the investigation, even murder charges have been pressed against the accused. So, do you have reasons to believe that Zubeen could have been murdered as well?
That I can't say. Investigation is on, but now you can't say anything. If there was any conspiracy, if there was any such intention of anyone they had in mind, so this investigation, it should come out, and then if some foul play was really there, then the culprit has to get the severe most punishment. That's it.
He was that sort of an icon in Assam who could make or break politicians. So naturally, his death has sparked a lot of political one-upmanship and a lot of political slugfest between politicians. You have allegations flying thick and fast. So one of the things that have come up from Akhil Gogoi, who is also a big politician in Assam, he's been claiming that even after Zubeen Das' death, there was some sort of an event as part of the Northeast Festival, which had certain links with the Chief Minister's wife, Riniki Bhuya Sharma. So, have you got anything from the investigators on this count?
No, I haven't got anything till now, but I have the faith in the investigation system, in law, and our Assam Police force. So I think if Assam Police wants to do something, wants to solve a case, they can do, because they are a very big force and they can do anything if they want. But that intention matters now. So we are being patient, we are cooperating, we are ready for anything, that if anything needed at any time, even in the middle of the night, we are there. Our family members, we are there to cooperate with them. So, but the results should come out, and we pleaded for fast track investigation also in our affair. So the things should come out now. And Zubeen was a very simple man. He was, he had given everything to everyone. He was so open. Why some conspiracy, or why these things had happened to Zubeen? That's what I don't understand, because he was everyone's. He loved everyone so much. Why he was neglected so badly, and why the end has come so early to him? That's what.
In one of his last podcasts, he spoke about being tired. That he has worked so much all his life. Now he's starting to feel that fatigue has gradually setting in, and he was almost 52 when he passed away. He spoke about how people are using him. He feels people are increasingly using him. Did he also talk about these things in private? Did you feel he was sort of troubled internally?
Zubeen, I have always seen Zubeen very strong. It's a very strong personality. He would never take any trouble within him otherwise. But when he lost his mother also, he with his creativity, with his music, he stood up. When he lost his sister and best friend, then also I saw him staying strong with his creativity. But recently, like lately, last 2-3 years, we could see him getting tired, and then sometimes he spoke also. भीड़ में मुझे बहुत अभी I feel the nothingness, I feel the emptiness, मुझे बहुत सूनापन महसूस होता है. Then because of that, I always used to say, whatever you wish to do, you please do that. Don't force yourself. Don't go with the demand that people get to you. Whatever your heart says, you do that. You relax, you take comfort, and then if you think that something is coming, it's calling from inside, then only you sit to create. Otherwise, you want to go somewhere, you want to sit alone, you want to watch a film. He was a movie buff. So you want to listen to some kind of music, because he was a Sting fan. He used to listen to Celtic music. So whatever you want to do, you want to just sit and do nothing, you just listen to it. He loved to go for fishing. He used to be inside the villages with nature. So go for nature trails, be in a camp in the forest. Whatever you want, you just be yourself. I used to tell him, and if you want me to go, I'll come with you. If you want to go, take some other friend of yours, whomever you are comfortable with, you do. But he used to show me the, watch, time is ticking, and you can't waste a second also. I have a lot to do. So why so hurry? You take your time, and there's for till the last day of your life, till another 30-40 years, you can keep working. So you take your time. He's like, no, I have to work, I have to finish this, I have to finish this. There so many things are piling up. I have to complete this, and then I'll think these things are loading, so I have to finish this. And then so he used to say that, and then in between he used to say this also, that I am tired. And he was getting afraid of selfies in between. He all of a sudden, during the shoot of Roi Roi Binale, he told me, and one guy called Rahul Gautam Sharma, he's like our son, so he's the writer of the film. He told me and Rahul one day that this selfie thing is, it's disturbing me so much. All the time, whenever I close my eyes also, I can see the flashes of the camera. Who gave? Then he used to question also, who gave this camera on the phone? That was a very evil thing actually. That's a very bad technological invention actually. So this shouldn't come, and I'm really getting suffocated with these things. So he used to say that. Then we used to avoid clicking pictures, and then take him away from the crowd. But that thing he used to say sometimes, that that nothingness, about void, about being feeling lonely in between the crowd. So he started speaking about all these things sometimes.
He had a philosophical side to himself, right? He was also he called himself apolitical, but then the fact is he took many political stands, which many artists don't usually take, right? He spoke against CAA, he spoke against Alpha at the height of the militancy in Assam. He spoke about trees being felled somewhere in Guwahati, and hundreds of thousands of people actually rallied behind him. And so did you ever maybe ask him to be cautious about things which are political?
The political things, actually, he didn't think it as political.
Yeah, he called himself apolitical.
Yeah, he called himself apolitical, and he thought this is actually our cultural trait. Yeah, maybe a cultural trait, and then this is a threat for our people, for our identity. So he stood for that. He stood for CAA. He stood when he was threatened in '97 also, when he he stood against the militant, whatever political problems were going on. In 97, he was a very young guy. He was just 25 years old boy. So he very courageously he stood against that militant, whatever problems were going on. And then
he was against bloodshed.
yes, all those things. And then he, when he was threatened about singing Hindi songs on the stage, then also he came up openly on the street. So if you want to shoot me, you shoot me. And he asked me also, are you afraid of these things? And I'm like, yes, a bit. Being a wife, of course, I am. Then he said, see, a tiger's wife has to stand like a tiger's wife, has to stand like a tigress. So behave like that and don't be afraid. People of Assam will always protect me. They will stand as shield around me, and they will never let anyone hit me also. So I won't even get a scratch on my body. Don't worry about it. They will always there. They will be always there. So he was that, confident. He was that much in love with his people. And then he was totally and he's madly in love with Northeast. That's why maybe he left Mumbai and he came back.
Yeah, I was coming to that. He's one person who he quit his career in Bollywood when he just hit his peak there.
Yes, he felt that he has to do something about Assamese film. He has to, when people were in early 90s, when he came out, that time the youngsters, they were in love with Bollywood. They used to listen to only, Western music. But that time Assamese music was in a very threatened condition.
Right.
But he came out with a genre that the young boys, young girls, even the elder ones, every generation, all people from every generation, they started listening to him. He made a huge change in the scenery of Assamese music. And then again he felt that he has to come back for Assamese cinema. When he was in his peak in Bollywood, he came back. He invested everything, whatever he had. And till then, Assamese cinema never thought of spending crores. So he was the first one who invested 3
Gave
crores.
a blockbuster.
Yeah, and then he showed that, he proved that the return comes. Then the Assamese cinema also started, and its rise, it saw its rise. So now people could see 13-14 crores return from Assamese film. So he brought the revolution. I can proudly say that my husband did that. And so he stayed back. And he, as I said, he is totally and madly in love with the culture, with the nature, with the place, with the people. So he never wanted to leave Northeast. He always wanted to be here.
You mentioned how he introduced a new form of music, very young music, to the 90s Assam, and how youngsters were drawn to him. And I believe you are among those youngsters who got drawn towards him, and you, as a young fan, you also wrote a letter to him, and he responded to the letter. How did that start?
In 1995, I wrote that letter to him first. I went to study in Mumbai that time. I joined Sophia College. I was very homesick, and then that time I remember that just before leaving for Mumbai, I read in a magazine about his, and I read an interview about him, and then I saw his address. His hometown is very close to mine. I'm from Golaghat, he's from Jorhat. So I remembered his address, and then I wrote a letter to him. Maybe destiny was written that way. So he replied back to me. He said that my next album's recording is there in Mumbai, so I would come there and I would definitely meet when I'm there. So he took my hostel address also. He came to meet me. That's how the friendship grew. And then that was in 1995, 11 September, I first met him. And on 2025, 19th September, he left us. So it's been 3 decades, 30 years I had been with him. I grew up with him. I got matured. We became friends. We spent a life. We saw the world. We worked together. So that's.
You traveled across the globe.
Yes. It's a very long and very beautiful journey with him, and he taught me everything about life. He showed me everything about life, and then I saw him growing also as a professional. Yeah.
And coming back to the investigative part, you decided to return the post-mortem report, the autopsy report. So why did you make that move? Why do you think that was the correct thing to do?
See, I didn't want to interfere in the investigation system because I wanted to go it on the right track, and then any move of mine shouldn't hamper the investigation process. So that's why I didn't think it's my personal property. And if I had it with me, then people would have asked me, and I would have to answer about it, that whatever was mentioned there. So making it public, whether it's right or not, because I have very least idea about law, so I don't know whether I should make it public or not. So I decided to return it back to the investigation officers, to SIT. If it is legal to make it public, then people should know it from them, because they know the law better. I don't know about it. So I thought it shouldn't hamper anyways to come out to get the truth about Zubeen's last day. So that's why I decided to return it back, and when the investigation will be over, then definitely I'll get to know what was the reason or whatever was mentioned there. Definitely with me.
But from what you told me, it seems that you were fairly convinced that there was some sort of negligence on the part of the organizers. But I just wanted to ask you here, do you think that negligence was deliberate or was it inadvertent?
It was very clearly seen in the videos that it was pure negligence, because of which Zubeen we had to lose him. And I don't know whether it is deliberate, or because they still haven't said the truth. I don't think the arrested ones, they have in their statement, they are trying to divert the things in different ways. Their statements are always different. So I don't know, but this, from investigation, I think these things will come out. And then if there was any foul play, or if ever that sort of wrong intention was there, then they should be severely punished.
So you are saying the 5 people who have been arrested so far: Siddhartha Sharma, Shekhar Jyoti Goswami, Amrit Prabha Mohanta, Sandipan Garg, and Shamkanu Mohanta. So you are saying they are shifting their statements.
Yes, what Shekhar said, when he reached Guwahati, he circulated some videos giving his statements, but later on he said something else. And then Siddharth also, what he has been saying, we don't know. Shamkanu Mohanta, once he told he didn't invite Zubeen. Zubeen went himself, and then again he said, no, I made the arrangement, but he's blah blah blah, I don't know. So things are very different. And Amrit Prabha also, first she said she didn't know anything about it. Then we came to know that she only was the one who was doing the videos which have been circulating in the social media. And then later on her statement was something very annoying. And then and the people of Assam Association, they still haven't, one only, Rupkamal Kolita, he has come. The others are not.
He's come to give his statement.
Yeah, he came to give the statement, and others are not even cooperating. So we definitely have in our mind that they are hiding something, of course.
So you have reasons to believe that there could have been some foul play.
Yes, maybe there was. Maybe, I can't say now. The investigation is on, so it will come out, but there might be anything.
Before I wind up, my last question to you. I've gone around Guwahati and some other part of Assam in the last 2 days. I could sense some form of impatience growing among people also, that investigation is not really gaining the pace that it should have taken it's been 3 weeks. So would you agree with that sense?
Yes, it's 21 days now. We are patiently waiting for that. And I mentioned before also that we pleaded for fast track investigation. And because this is the case of Zubeen Garg, it's everyone's emotion. People are so badly connected to him. Everyone wants to know what really had happened. So the investigation system should, it should go a little faster. And then we are very eagerly waiting to know what really had happened on that day. And still we have faith, and I request everyone to stay calm and wait for it, and then keep patience, because we are being patient, and then we should cooperate for now, and then we are hopeful that the investigation will give us the correct answer.
Thank you, Ms. Garg. Thank you so much.